Why, hello there. How's it going? Hope y'all are ready for some nice chill times. Because you know what? That's what we're here for.
Hold on.
Alright, let me mess around with...
Random just unopened can of Pepsi sitting here? Okay.
How are you doing, Katie?
Okay. Sorry, I was just like, I was gonna move this, and I was like, I don't want to, like, hit anything.
No, that's fair.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I have a company over, and Drew's also streaming, so like it's a chaos morning here, but...
Gotcha. Hey, you know what? Chaos isn't always bad.
No. And I'm like, I saw the opportunity, and I'm like, I forgot Cam's doing his mini-stream this Monday morning.
Yeah.
So...
Honestly, it's, Alright, let me... I guess I could stream to you so you get... Oh, not that one. That way you can get, like, live updates.
Perfect. Let me make this bigger. Or your webcam... Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I clicked the wrong thing at first.
Okay, no problem.
Alright, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this one is yours with the mace in the air? Or is it the hammer?
What's the other one look like? I have to double check.
No, that's fair.
I think we decided on the mace in the air.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. You know when you're like, I think this is what it is, but you're not confident?
Yeah, I was not also confident, so you know.
So it happens, you know?
I have to find that reference image I sent to you of her, and I'll send it to you again, just so it's not lost in...
It might not be lost. It's not lost. It's still pretty, it's like 4 messages behind.
Oh, that's not too bad, then.
Nova! How's it going?
I did tell her that we were
Painting up the mini?
doing this, yeah, because she's the DM for it, so...
I did... I, added something to Drew's mini, because I forgot I had it.
Okay.
And all it is it's like a gloss. So it makes the swords kind of like have that like shiny, almost like they're glass.
Oh, that's cool.
And then like, I don't know if I can get it in the good light, but like, I was like, I don't think Drew would mind if I made it look like more like glass.
No, I don't think Drew would mind that whatsoever.
I forgot I had that paint though, because I never use it, because it's for like lenses and stuff. And very often, I don't have a lot of lenses. And yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about cameras. They never do minis justice.
No, they don't.
But hey, we live.
Yes. So, yeah, Asaya is gonna be very much blacks, whites, silvers, and grays for you.
Yeah. Alright, let me grab some pints. Starting with our...
Started to derail your stream.
I know, it's fine. I was just gonna paint minis anyways.
It's fair. And now you have company and minis.
Exactly. I actually recently got some grays, which is actually really nice.
That's good. Yeah, because like I don't really have much else for like her lower half.
Yeah. Well,
so we're just gonna have to improvise.
She's wearing, you know, a breastplate, and then she's got leg armor too.
Yeah.
Looks like she's got a wooden shield in this, but I don't know if you want to just make it metal.
We'll make it metal.
Okay. And she's a changeling, or no? She's the Asmar.
She's an Aasimar.
The box was changeling, which is why I...
Yeah, the box was changeling because we looked at we couldn't find an Aasimar cleric in the store.
Yeah, which I mean.
And that kind of fit the personality better than anything else we did find, because like short hair, kind of like fluffy.
Yeah, no, it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be close enough.
Exactly. And I mean, her hair is very feathery, and that just kind of gave the appearance of it better.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Alright, so we got...
Yes, still a cleric.
Black, white, and gray.
Yep.
And then we have 3 different kinds of metal. I have
Perfect.
the lightest, a medium, and then a dark.
That should probably be all we need. Because I don't think, like...
I was thinking there's like some straps and stuff, using a bit of leather for that, but like that's... And then she's
Yeah,
got
that's
cloth, so I don't know what you'd want like the cloth to be.
We'll figure that out, I guess.
Alright.
I'm just, like... She is very much a dark character. Like, her entire shtick is that she's a grave cleric.
Fair.
And she's a fallen Aasimar grave cleric, so, like... Dead things are her friends.
Yeah.
So, dark just fits her vibe. Dark and angsty and moody.
Okay. In that case, let's start off. Do you want the mace, the dark metal, or a lighter metal? I was thinking of having it different than the breastplate in your armor.
Yeah, I was thinking potentially the darker for her breastplate in the metal, so maybe the lighter for her mace.
Fair.
Would you do like the fire or the elemental bursts on the top of it a different color?
Yeah.
Okay. That might be the only piece of color on her then, maybe.
I think it'd be pretty cool.
I think it'd be pretty cool.
Alright, let's go with the medium metal for her mace.
Okay.
It is a female, correct?
It is a female, yes.
Okay. I was like, before I go and like keep calling it a female, I should check.
Yeah, I can also, like, since Drew's also not here, I can actually tell you about the character full openly.
Ooh. Secrets. Love secrets.
Yeah. Yeah, because, like, well, since Drew and I both play in this campaign,
Yeah.
it makes it difficult to actually, like,
Tell people?
talk about, yeah. So, so this is for our, Wild Mount campaign.
Yeah.
So, Critical Role themed.
Yeah, because Drew was saying he's a glass blade or something.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Oh,
so
shit. Alright, I'm not gonna say anything else then. My bad.
Okay. So, I'll pretend I didn't hear that. It's fine. So Asaya came from... from Rexentrum.
Well, to be fair, I thought it was like, you know, pretty,
We're level 2.
pretty standard. Okay, fair.
We're level 2. So we know nothing about each other, and Asaya and Bryn don't like each other very much. They tolerate each other.
Alright, cool.
So, yeah. So Asaya is from Rexentrum, and here's the thing. When I made this character, I had a backstory in mind, and I never wrote it down, and then we started playing it, and then her backstory is just...
Changed?
A little bit.
No, it's fair. It happens.
Basically, she fell from grace and then started to be able to see ghosts, and then communicate with them. Temporarily, her spiritual advisor is her dead best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Who is a halfling who kind of just guided her to the party, basically saying, like, you need these people, you need to let me go.
Yeah.
And she's always looking for this connection to her, specifically. Going like, well, I don't know what to do, like, why the fuck am I here?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I suddenly able to see ghosts? Why am I able to do all these things? And it actually makes it really, really cool, because she just gets to kind of see, like, where death emanates from.
Yeah.
So, eventually Nova and I are planning to have, you've seen Vox Machina at least a little bit, so you know about the Everlight.
I'm all caught up on it.
Perfect. So yes, so eventually we're gonna have Asaya, like, encounter the Everlight.
Mm-hmm.
And potentially, like, swap religions, like, take on more of a religious aspect than just, like, following her spiritual guidance of her friend.
Yeah.
And basically, the more connection that grows to the Everlight, we're gonna just have the friend fade out.
Okay.
So, it's like a big journey for her, basically, to learn how to trust people.
Yeah.
Because, like, for her, she was kind of shunned from Rexentrum, basically, because, like, she's this pale, ghostly lady who just talks to dead things.
I mean, yeah, that is kind of off-putting if you're just a normal person.
Yeah, and then she also, I think, did an internship with someone. Nova, please remind me of that person's name that I never remember. It's someone big in actual Critical Role lore too,
Oh,
so
fair.
I'm bad with names.
Dragna?
Yes, the Dragnas, yes.
Fair. That is a pretty big name.
She did leave. She did do like an internshipy thing because the Dragnas hired her basically to talk to dead people.
Yeah.
And so she did a stint with them and basically said, yeah, fuck it, I've had enough of this. And then her dead friend's like, yeah, you need to go find the party, you need to go find these people.
Maybe not be
It's
alone?
just, yeah. Especially with the Dragnas after you.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, you're going to be a lot of whites, correct?
Yes, her hair is white, she is very pale.
Yeah, so I was thinking of actually using this wraith bone that I have. I don't know if I can...
Oh, yeah.
It's
yeah,
like a just off-white.
Yeah, that's perfect for her skin tone, absolutely.
Okay. And then I have like the pure white for her hair.
Hair, perfect.
So just we're on the same page, you know?
Yeah.
I did the mace and the shield so far. Gonna let it dry, and then I was gonna do a lighter metal on the exterior, the raised parts of the shield.
Okay.
Just to let it like
Good.
pop a bit more.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
let's
because I mean,
get her
what-
hair. No, let's get her
figure
face
out-
out of the way.
okay. I'm just gonna double check to see if like her friend has like a color.
Then we can incorporate
because
some of that.
Yeah. Because I feel like a lot of what she would do in the future would be like for dead friend.
Yeah. I mean, fair.
Yeah.
Dead friends, am I right?
Right?
Stay. I need a smaller brush.
Red? Was it red? I'm having difficulties finding the document with it in there.
DM says red.
DM says red, so we're gonna follow the DM.
All right, that's cool. I've got some nice reds. Lots of red and a decent amount of brown. The nice thing is the red will really pop. It all only looks like the face is the only part of skin exposed, if I'm going to be honest.
Fair.
That's why I figured I'd get that out of the way so I can just get around it.
Well, yeah, especially if that's the only part of her that's exposed.
And then the kind of next point we need is what you want the cloth, like, underneath the armor to be.
See, the initial response is black, but at the same rate, I don't want there to be too much just black.
Well, here's what I would recommend. Is if you want to go with black on the under, that's totally fine, but then like this like little
The cloth.
yeah, have
clothy
that be
thing.
like the color of your friend or something. Could be something like
Yeah.
or it was like part of Did you know the person before they were dead?
Yes.
So it could be something like that is something like one of their possessions that you took and you now like and that's why
I mean,
it's like
if,
out of color.
If DM will allow that. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I think about it a lot? She was 1 year older than you when she died, now she's stuck in that age of the older one. Yep. If I'm allowed to have like a cloth from her clothing before she died that I wear
around her waist. So like this kind of little cloth could
my
be like
waist, the loin clothy thing.
yeah, that way it's like that's where the color comes from. It doesn't come from you in your little monochrome scheme, but it comes from your friend.
Yeah,
And that's where
it's
your
not.
pop of
It's
color
not.
is.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Okay, cool.
Alright, so then we are gonna do black for the undercoats. Except that's not black I grabbed. The dark metal and the black are very similar in the pods because they're both just very dark.
Yeah.
But there is a difference.
Yeah, and I think the red will look very sharp with her
Mm-hmm.
monochrome theme anyway.
I think
so-
it'll pop the most. This black I have is really black. So, I hope you're ready.
That's fine.
I had some fun. I painted some other minis the other day, not on stream. But Felicia got me basically living shadows.
Ooh, nice.
And actually, they're pretty much within reach. Ugh. So I had fun with these guys. Because they're like translucent.
Oh, yeah, those are really cool.
So they're just like literally living shadows and they make me happy.
Yeah? I can see why those would make you happy. Really cool.
I was debating on whether I wanted to just do it all black like this. But the fact that they are the translucent material, I was like, I gotta give it a shot to try to just like have them still be kind of see-through. Fair,
Gotta
Nova?
have a shower.
Enjoy your shower.
Enjoy your shower.
I had a shower before I started streaming.
Fair.
Squeaky cleans.
I had one yesterday. I'll try.
Look,
Well,
showers.
You better try.
Showers are nice and relaxing. All right.
I'll sing a tune. Okay, that sounds justifiable.
Sometimes I will bring my phone into the bathroom with me when I go on a shower, and I will play music on it while I'm showering. Just have some tunes.
I do that all the time. Drew also does that all the time. And Drew also sings louder than I do in the shower.
Yeah, I find I'm not much of like a really loud like belter while I'm showering, but I could be wrong. That is more a Felicia question than a Cameron question. All right, so Katie, how are you doing?
I am okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I called out sick from work, so...
Ah, gotcha.
Which I'm not horribly upset about, because like it was only like 11:30 to 4 o'clock. It was like a very short shift.
Oh yeah. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always hate it. Felicia's been getting a lot of half shifts too.
Yeah.
And they're the worst. It's like, well, this is not really worth my time.
No, it's really not. So, just, I woke up this morning, I just wasn't feeling... I felt like a 40% human. So I was like, yeah, you know what, we're just gonna use my PTO.
No, that's very fair.
So... And now I am home, and just chilling with Amy, who's living here for the next, basically, 2 weeks.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, well, she had applied for a teaching job, and was told by the principal of the school that she was probably gonna get it.
Yeah, and then she didn't get it?
And then did it. Yep.
Yeah, that sucks.
So she quit her job in her town and moved in with the Tibbet family for a little bit.
Yep.
And then Tibbet family's going on vacation this week.
Gotcha. So she's looking for something to not be at their house alone?
Yeah.
Because that's
and be
awkward.
trapped out at their house alone.
Oh yeah, she doesn't drive or
where
have
they
a
live,
car, right?
Yeah, she doesn't drive or have a car.
Yeah, that sucks. It's
Yeah,
fair.
so she's crashing with us.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and then we're trying to figure out what her next step is for work potentially for her. She's
Yeah.
gonna try to supply or
Yeah, the
what's
school
happening with that.
school system is kind of rough.
Yep.
Look at that black coming along.
Yes, emo girl has activated.
Just wait till it's done. Then you can really say that.
Yes.
Alright, so tell me more about this character. What are they like?
Originally, like, we've only done, like, I think 4 or 5 sessions of this just because it's an in-person one and it's hard to kind of
Get everyone together at times?
together. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Yep,
fair.
scheduling sucks, always.
Yeah, I understand.
So we went a year without playing this,
Oh,
so
fair.
everything that I had once established for the character was basically gone. She had like a vaguely Scottish Irish accent when
That's
I
all
first
gone
started
and,
her,
like-
and yeah.
No, that's fair.
So when we most recently played this, she and Bryn did not like each other at all.
And Bryn is
because-
Drew's character, correct?
Yes, the teal-haired one, yes. Yeah, they don't like each other very much because they do not see things very eye to eye. Because Isaiah is more cautious
Mhm.
and likes people being upfront, even though she's not very upfront.
Fair.
Because she's more cautious. Because she's at this point very much out of her element. She's out of Rexentrim because we're in the Savalier Woods right now.
Yeah.
So she's just trying to be cautious. And then our third party member is a human bard, a noble human bard.
Okay.
So, who is just the embodiment of pure innocence.
Aw. I mean, that's surprising for a noble, but alright. I like it.
She has never traveled away from home.
Oh, gotcha. Fair.
So, she ended up in... Like, I don't know why she's here. We don't know why she's running or anything. Like, she's running away. She basically made a wrong turn and ended up in, like,
With
the
your
back
party?
alleys. Yeah. And she was getting pickpocketed, and Bryn rescued her from being pickpocketed because she wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So, Shady Creek Run, thank you. She's trying to get to Rexentrim. Nova, thank you for filling in my pieces. So, by all means, please pop back in. But yeah, so Luciana is from there, and then they encountered me, and we were in a bar, and basically Bryn was beaten up the night before and had a bunch of injuries and wouldn't disclose where she got them from, and Isaiah's like, I don't trust this bitch.
I mean, fair.
Like,
Why are you hiding stuff from us?
yeah, and I can tell because I'm a cleric that you're hiding an injury.
Fair.
And so there was just a bunch of distrust. And then we had people try to, like, we stopped some people from, like, attacking a tavern.
Yeah.
That was our first, like, encounter. And then we got the attention of some, like, trading factions in Shady Creek Run going, like, yo, hey, like, do you want to do some work for us? A zombie? Was it a zombie? Dude, okay, to be fair, this was a long ass time ago.
No, that's fair.
Our first encounter, like, our first game of this was, like, almost 2 years ago.
Yeah,
But-
no, when it's like that kind of a break, it sucks to try and remember it sometimes.
Well, it was all a COVID break, too, though. And we
Oh,
just
true,
decided
eh?
one day to pop it back up. Yeah, well, because Mandar is our other player, and she's in North Bay.
Oh, man, yes, that's hard to get together.
Yeah, like, she has a car and can drive and everything, but she also, like, was on film sets working
Yeah.
at her actual career, and then, like, it was just annoying to try to get the group together.
No, that's fair. That's one of those that sucks, but, like, I get it.
No, but do you really expect me to actually pay full attention to that and be able to, like, fully repeat it? I don't have my notes in front of me either, so... But yeah, it's just, the party mechanics are great. Asaya's gonna slowly end up learning to trust these people, but for now it's just all hesitancy.
Yeah. Which sounds like it makes sense for the character.
Yeah. I mean, when all she really knew
Are you
was,
crazy? Is it?
like,
Do you know how long
dead
that'll
people.
take? There's no time. Now
Hi,
we're
Rin.
just about
Finished!
It can't end like this.
Man, I love that movie. Thank you for the sub, though.
Yeah.
You came at a perfect mini painting time.
Yeah, we're painting my mini.
Except, contrary to the sub alert, we are not just about finished.
Oh, I know. You got a while to go for this, but it's okay.
I would be Joe. It can't end like this. I would really not want to give you a barely started mini back and be like, we're done.
Yeah, here you go. I mean, that's happened a couple of times. I still have the half. Do you have the half-finished CA one, or do I have the half-finished
I think you have it.
CA one? I think I do. So it has happened.
However, that is different because we started it during a Halloween drunk D&D thing, and then like
Yeah, and then I went home after the drunk Halloween D&D.
yeah, which I mean, it's totally understandable. You should have gone home.
Yeah, and then I have another half-painted mini that only has the shield painted and nothing else.
Fair.
Which I might bring down to you if I can find it. Because it's Bal's.
Oh, fair.
Who you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, because he has this fancy shield painted that Cecily and Vincent did.
Yeah.
So that's the only part that's painted. But he's also very complicated because he has random scale colors.
Yeah.
So
Which brush? That's the brush I want. I'm gonna do her hair next, while the
Alright.
undercoat's dry, and then I'm gonna do the armor and stuff. What is the color of your like magic abilities? Would you say?
I haven't really decided yet.
Fair.
Like I'm trying to see what other like. I think the one time I said it was silver. The one time I did something that was like. Yeah, because I did a guiding bolt, I think.
Yep.
And I think it was silver. I think it was like very like translucent-y. Kind of
Okay.
wispy white. Like wispy ghosty, silvery like,
Yeah.
which I hate to say it also fits.
Because I'm trying to think of my colors, because we want to use something that's not a layer, like one of my contrasts or something, because then you'll still get the see-through aspect of it.
Yeah.
If we do it properly.
Yeah.
And what do I have? I think I have a purple, a yellow, a red.
I mean, personally I like purple, but red might almost be fitting with like the Everlight vibe and the red for her friend.
Yeah.
Instead of adding another color, we keep it the same.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And then something else we can do is if you want it to be like a bright light, we could throw a little bit of splasha on like her hair of color and see how that works.
Maybe.
It might not look good if I'm going to be honest, but
It might kind of look like blood in her hair.
well, I also have blood, so we can bloody some shit up. Oh. All right. She's got her very pale face, her white hair. Gonna get some
Nice.
armor going. Or, you know what, let's do the metal on the shield first. Give it that contrast.
Sounds good.
Eh. Yeah, so I was gonna do up some nemies today, some nemesis,
Oh, nice.
because we have a shit ton of those we gotta paint. And we started them the other day, but we're starting with like the kind of terrain kit we got, so it's like a lot of like mechanical doors and stuff.
Ooh. That sounds pretty cool to paint, though. Like,
Yeah.
almost similar colors, I'm assuming, for everything, but like...
Yeah. Well, because the Nemesis is a board game where it's like Alien, so like you're all on like an alien ship. Well, not an alien ship, like a spaceship.
Yeah.
And so it's all kind of very similar when you're doing a lot of the same things,
Yeah.
which is nice because then it means like once you do the first one, you can basically pound out a bunch of them.
Yep. Oh yeah, because like, once you have the wood tones done on one door, you're like, okay, cool, I like the way this looks, or I hate the way this looks.
Yeah. And then you can either keep it, switch it up.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
I like how, because your shield is now all metal, the like wood texture in it just looks like wear and tear.
This is true. I do like that. I can see it when you're flipping it around there.
Which, I mean, it's a well-used shield.
It is. I mean, at this point, even at level 2, it is a decently used shield.
I made a character just for fun for George's level 21 shot he was talking about wanting to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'll actually do it or not. But I wanted to try this thing for a while, and it only works for the level 20 campaign.
Okay.
But they are level 2 in almost every class.
Oh my god. APH was actually going to do, at one point for Wildflower Nights, a triple class character,
Hey.
but just couldn't make it work.
Yeah.
I should go back and read those DMs. Because it was a really, really cool build.
Yeah, I was like, I want to do something I've never done before. It's going to be stupid and probably not work well, but I love it. And that's all that matters. Ooh.
Yeah, so, Monk, Warlock, Rogue triple class.
Alright, fair.
Shadow Monk 6, Hexblade Warlock 2, Assassin Rogue 12. I think that could be really, really cool if it's done well.
Yeah.
But I think two levels and everything would be super broken, but also super weird. And a lot of shit to keep track of.
Oh, yeah. I have key points, I have sorcery points, I have action surge.
Well, because I mean, at least the plus side is that you get some like abilities at level 2, but not all of them.
Yeah. The biggest downside is they only have first level spells and cantrips.
Yeah. Which means you have to rely on your abilities as opposed to your spells.
Yeah. My basic like idea for the person was they were basically just going to be a magic item collector. So they were just going to have all of these like legendary items, and only they use them.
Gotcha, they had them like enchanted or something to...
Yeah. And that's how like they compensate for the fact of absolute weak being.
Yeah, like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so interested in all of these magical abilities and stuff, and I've learned everything I could possibly learn about everything.
Yeah.
But I'm a weakling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually really like that concept.
I definitely had fun going through D&D Beyond's magic item list and being like, all right, what do I want?
See, I don't know, like, I had Abby at level 20.
Mhm.
Now for like the post time skip wildflower and I
Yeah.
don't even know if we're ever gonna go back to, but you know. And I actually really like that build. I like like sorcerer and rogue is what she was.
Yep.
And I really like
The way it turned
rogues
out.
for multi-classing, yeah. So I definitely feel like there'd be some sort of a rogue in there
Yeah.
if I were to do another level 20, because like they're just so.
Having like the expertise and stuff is great.
It is, and having stealth is also phenomenal because once you hit to level 20 and you roll enough of a good dex stat,
Yeah.
your sneak attack's insane. So. Problem is, though, is that like George and I's schedules run quite differently.
Yeah.
So I doubt I'll be able to actually like participate in it, but
No, that's fair.
we'll have to see.
I'm unsure if I can participate in it because I'm very busy.
You are, unfortunately, with work and other D&D.
Work, other D&D, streaming.
Yeah, and having a wife.
Yeah, we try to have at least like one date day or like just hangout day, which is Wednesday for us this week. Yeah, she works from like she finishes at like 9:30, so like it's close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you work at Bell on Wednesday.
I love how you know that and she doesn't.
To be fair, Belle has been shortening her shifts because one of the shows she works on refuses to come back into studio
Oh.
because they're
fun.
all extremely
fearful.
paranoid.
Yeah. You know what? That's not the worst thing. Like, I get why they're doing that.
It's just it sucks.
Like, it sucks for on being the opposite end of it, but on like a safety side of it, not too bad at it.
Yeah. It'd just be a mess. And they keep scheduling her for the shifts and then just like being like, all right, well, now we got to cancel this shift because they still don't want to come back yet. And it's like, well,
Can you at least like give me a warning?
Yeah.
Or like text me at like 6 a.m. when you know I'm already going to be up and on my way here.
what kind of ground were you thinking? Because,
That looks rocky.
yeah, it looks quite stony.
I'm good with rocky, stony.
Okay, cool.
Maybe with some of your cool like terrain textures on it though. Like a little patch of grass, little moss. Cause I feel like I feel like if she was on top of grass or anything, it would look very out of place.
No, that's fair. Having her in like a field. Could be a field of dead grass. I got some dead grass.
Oh, if you have dead grass, that could be interesting.
Yeah, it's like the like brownish. I actually used it recently for one of Jid's minis.
Ooh, nice.
Man, I knew that as soon as I started doing this armor, it would be like the majority.
Yeah.
However, I was thinking of using some silver that I have on some like these accents on the metal,
That sounds fine by me.
just to have it like pop a bit more. And another thing that I actually really like to do is to very, very lightly go over the dark metal with one of the lighter metals in certain spots, so that way it looks like they're like catching like the sun or like a little bit better shading.
I think that would be fun, actually. Yeah, just to kind of have her pick up some light.
Yeah. it would still be quite dark, but it just gives it that little bit extra of like texture,
Yeah.
of contrast. And painting is all about contrast. Anyone who tells you otherwise doesn't know what they're talking about.
No, exactly. Sorry, I also just popped over to Drew's stream because Kriv just showed his face for the first time in like 4 months.
Ooh.
So I just had to go in and actually say like hi and actually do mod duties because I told Drew and I'm like, I'm lurky and I will do my mod duties,
No, that's fair.
but I'm muted because I'm over hanging out with Cam. He's like,
Hey.
okay.
No, that's very fair.
So.
And besides, I appreciate having you.
Well, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad it suddenly worked out. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, shit, okay.
And I was like, all right, well, I guess we'll do it next week then. And, and then, nope.
Nope, we're doing it now.
Doing it live. And then one other thing we could do is some of the like accents or trimming of the armor we could also do in like a light silver.
Okay.
But I don't know how I feel about that, if I'm gonna be honest.
I'll take a full look.
I'm still
at her once she's-
sussing that out.
Yeah, I'll take a full look at her once we're done what you're working on there, like the armor, and we'll take a look and see kind of where she needs, like, if she needs a pop of color and where she needs a pop of
Yeah.
color or something later. Just for the balance. Like, it also doesn't help that her eyes are also white.
That's okay. I normally don't paint eyes on minis that are like normal size scale because it just doesn't look good in my
It
opinion.
doesn't work good, no.
I find it's too off-putting.
No, I agree. And especially for her, because it'd just be like 2 white dots on top of something that's already white.
Yeah. Surrounded by white. It's like, maybe just leave it. Okay. Now she just needs to dry a little bit, so let's get some reds and stuff.
Yeah, I definitely think the red cloth will look really sharp.
Is that the one I'm
Do
looking
you have like a not as like super fire truck red?
for? Like a dark red?
Yeah,
I think so.
because I feel like fire truck red might be too bright for her.
Yeah, no, that's
I mean,
fair.
it's a good. It's like a good like homage to her friend, but I feel like it just would be so off-putting for her. She'd be like staring at like this red thing on her all day.
Alright. So here's the reds I got. We have where's the camera? Okay, hold on. Slide. These two. This one is a little bit more shiny, so I probably personally wouldn't use it. It's kind of like gemmy.
Okay.
This one is like the bright red.
Okay.
That one will turn out as a pretty bright red. That's the red. So like I actually don't mind it.
I don't actually mind that.
And that's also the dead grass I was talking about.
Perfect. That also I like the dead grass.
So
Whose character is that?
it's one of the Jid's one I was talking about.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I got blood. And then for the power, I've got this dark crimson. These are much darker than they'll appear. And then I've got this more red. This red will look more like the color of the cloth, and this one will be a lot darker. But they're
I like
both very translucent.
Okay, I kind of like the same red as the cloth vibe.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't actually mind that red. I thought it was gonna be like a lot
Brighter?
brighter. Yeah.
No, I really like this red. Except I don't actually want to do that yet. I want to use this one. I was gonna do the mace.
Oh
Magic
yeah,
key?
you've been bumping into it with your fingers too, and I'm like, oh boy.
No, it's fine.
For that cloth especially too, getting in there is
you can touch it however you want, as long as you stick to the dry spots.
Exactly. I mean, mini paint doesn't take forever to dry, does it?
No.
Did someone just ask if Orange has been hit by a truck? Oh. Okay.
Oh?
Stein just asked Drew if he'd been hit by a truck yet. I am confused, but okay.
I mean, fair. Man, this is really turning out kind of like, cool, like, blood.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's not as thick as blood. Because, like, blood you wouldn't be able to see through.
No.
Alright.
Looking good. Yeah, I definitely agree there too. I feel like she will need some like little spots where it's a little brighter on the armor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sure it's webcam also not helping, but it kind of looks like she's like in a wetsuit right now with the skirt over top.
I mean, fair. Yeah, no, it's because we gotta add some definition to the armor.
Yeah,
and
we definitely do. We definitely do.
Which is kind of what I was expecting, to be honest.
Well, when I'm like, oh yeah, she's all monochrome. She's all one color.
Yeah. Which is why, like, when people go for, like, super dark rogues and they're like, I want it to be all black, it's like, maybe not. You want grays.
Yeah, you want something else in there, too. Yeah, 'cause I mean, the only, like, at this point until now, like, the canonical bit of color she had in her was a, gold beanie that she bought to go into the woods with.
I love it.
And she just felt very out of place because she felt like she was, like, glowing, even though her hair is bright white.
Yeah.
So,
Look, beanies are a great choice.
kind of makes me wish that, like, minis had, like, accessories you could, like, put on and off of them. In that sense, like, oh yes, like, I can change my mini's clothes. Like, turn them into, like, a Barbie doll-esque style thing.
I've seen Warhammer has something similar that you can do, where they have tiny little magnets and you can do things like change your weapons or like
Oh,
helmets
that's
and stuff.
cool. See, that seems like something D&D mini should have. Like, I know it's more expensive.
Oh, it's
I
so
wouldn't
much more
mind
expensive.
I wouldn't mind paying good money for something like that because it lets your characters grow with you.
Yeah. The-
Because, like, in 10 levels, I'm probably gonna need another mini.
That's when you just get a fleet of minis and you just start a massive collection.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of money.
I know. Neither do I. As I say with a giant collection of minis.
Here's the thing, they're easy to buy for you, though. Like, that's an easy gift for you, is stuff for minis.
It's true.
Brushes, paints,
Even just minis themselves.
mini spells, yep. Because, I mean, when we went to that, the Power of Gaming store, like, I was like, oh my god, we should tell Cam about this place.
We went and snooped.
Like, yeah.
And I almost got there. They had a Cthulhu summoning.
Ooh.
And I was like, ooh, I like it. I definitely like this splash of red.
I definitely like it. I like it a lot more than I thought I would.
And I think she'll really come together once I start doing like the accents and the shading on the armor.
It's fair. Drew's gonna be
that's
like,
rude.
what the hell? Like, why is she red? I'm like, she made a choice, okay?
Why not?
Why not red?
It used to be white. It got painted by the blood of her enemies, alright?
Yeah. God forbid. Let her kill something. Like, the problem is, though, is that, like, she has a mace.
Yeah.
She just barely uses it, because, like, every fight that she's had, she's been the ranged one.
Gotcha.
So I do want her to smack some dudes up soon. But
It's also worse if you're the party healer.
I am the party healer.
Yeah, because then as soon as people start getting hurt, you're like, well, those are my turns decided.
Yeah. And that was the thing, is that, like, I had to, like, it's always a struggle for me to decide. It's like, okay, yeah, like, thank God I can, like, cure wounds and stuff, but at the same point, it's like, I can kill the enemy if they're looking hurt, because...
Yeah.
Oh, what did I... What was it? I rolled a crit on something.
And it was like to hurt the boss? Or the
It was to hurt the boss, yeah, when I killed the boss, just in one hit. It was phenomenal. I feel like it was a word of radiance. And it just exploded.
No, I love it when the dice are like, yeah, you know what, you're gonna be cool today.
Yeah, Marius, you should know that.
To be fair, I just have a lot of luck with dice. Which is...
Yeah, and you used your pure golden ones for him, for
Yeah.
your golden boy.
Which is even more hilarious, though, because one of my newest characters that I'm playing with the guys never rolls the die. They are pure buffing.
Oh, that's incredible.
So Blake was like, thank you for nerfing your character by not having you roll any d20s.
That's amazing. Yeah, eventually I would like to go back to Astoria, because, like, I had some plot stuff written, especially for,
Yeah.
like, you and Amathia, because, like, yeah.
No, that's fair. I would never say no to more Marius. He's such a fun bean.
He is such a fun bean. And I know that Rin went to a bunch of effort to rewrite Rue.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah. Like, there's a full new backstory. She fully designed, like, the place she was from, and has, like, a now secret story that goes with her too, because, like, the group split, right?
Yeah. So shit happens.
So, yeah. Problem is, though, is that I gotta figure out what to do with Drew. Or no, I was gonna give Amy and Tibbs to Drew, actually. Yeah, this could actually work, because yeah, I had group 1 and group 2 just to try to split the party up a bit more. I don't think Zal would play anymore.
That's fair.
Which is fine. So... Yeah, you know what? That's not... I could probably go back. Not that I should be going back to things, because I have too many things to do. But, like, I like going back to things.
No, I totally get that. We gotta have our obligatory 1 Ruby session this year.
Yes, we do need to do that. I will say, with unfortunate amount of disdain, that Dragon Keepers campaign I wrote is dead.
Yeah.
Because that's so much stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's rough. I kind of figured, because it's been a while.
2019 for that one.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, though, too, for that is I had to create a skill tree for dragons.
Oh, yeah?
Well, because everyone, like, all of the keepers needed to level up their dragons, so I needed to figure out how you're leveling up your dragons.
Yeah.
Like, it was more fun playing with the Slayers, because the three, like, Tibbs, Jid, and Drew had, like, the best little group of people. But at the same rate, it was just...
It was a lot.
So annoying. Yeah.
No, I get that. Anytime you have to homebrew a ton of stuff, it's always tedious.
It is. It is. And I haven't actively DM'd since Wildflower kind of exploded.
Fair.
So it's been a long time.
Alright. Before we get too far, let's do some touch-ups.
Alrighty.
Yeah, because I want to do the touch-ups. Like I've noticed, I missed some spots, some crevices,
That is all good.
which you know it happens.
It does happen.
Oh, that's not what I meant to paint there. Oops. All right. Eh.
I also found it very funny that like I don't know if you heard if I was like that I was applying for a job recently.
I feel like I did. That sounds familiar.
So I decided not to take the job.
Mhm.
Full disclosure. But I had to email people this morning that I wasn't gonna take it. I wasn't provided any contact information and how to get in touch with these people.
Fair.
And for the one HR person I was talking to, I only had like a numbered email address from my original application for Indeed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't even know how to contact with you people. So I just sent an email going like, sorry that you're getting this, but the person I interviewed never got her contact information or never gave me anything in writing or like didn't do half of her job.
Yep.
So sorry that you're stuck with this. And I still haven't heard back from them. Like not even like an okay. Like almost like, oh, this is sketchy.
Yeah, maybe you made the right choice.
Yeah, I think I did. That there were so many red flags in the interview too. Like it was just weird.
Yeah, no, that's rough.
So
You always gotta watch out for things.
well, like the job itself sounded great, but it was only like $1 an hour more for full time.
Yep.
And the person, like, it's a U.S.-based company, but the person I interviewed was based out of the States
Mhm.
and didn't know what the Canadian benefits package was, and just assumed it was the same as the Americans. And I said, like, I'm like, well, we can go to the hospital here without having to pay for it.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's the same. She's like, well, we have a full health insurance package. I'm like, yeah, we don't have health insurance here. Like it does it include dental? Does it include like
Vision,
prescriptions?
prescriptions.
Yeah. Mental health. And she just couldn't give me an answer, and that was like red flag number 1.
Yeah.
And then when I asked her for a like something in an email, basically like, oh, can you give me a copy of what you're offering me, just because I'm gonna have to discuss it with my partner before I give you like a yes or no.
Yeah.
She shut down and said no, that she couldn't get me anything.
Yeah, that's pretty sketch.
Yeah. She goes, no, you have to like accept the verbal offer before we get you anything in writing. I said, that's not how this works.
Yeah, no, that'd be sketch.
Yeah. So, and my coworker like instantly took the job, and I'm like, like, are you sure you want this?
Yeah, that's one of those, be careful.
Yeah. Not something I very much liked. And I mean, it's not that I was like super unhappy with the bank and where I'm working and everything. It was just a matter of like, oh yeah, more money? Cool, okay.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's not actually that much better.
Yeah. And that's something you always gotta decide on. Is that little bit of extra money truly worth it? The change in what you're doing?
No, and I mean, now that the other coworker is leaving, there's going to be more hours to pick up, so it kind of equals itself out anyway. Like, it does suck that she is like my favorite coworker.
Oh, yeah?
Kind of does suck.
Where you're kind of like, I don't really want to say bye.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I don't want to leave everything else that's comfortable right now. But cool thing is that one of my other coworkers has told me that she wouldn't mind doing a collab thing with me because she does like arts and crafts stuff
Ooh.
and is looking to get into the Etsy market as well.
Yeah.
But she has a Cricut and makes like vinyl stickers and like actual stickers, t-shirts,
Okay.
mugs. And she'd be like, well, if you want to put your designs on stuff, you could pay me a flat fee and you can sell like your design, like, your graphic design stuff on stickers. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that could be really cool. Like,
It's true.
what if I act as a middleman to get you like a sticker of your terrier mon that
Yeah.
you can like eventually mail out to followers, or if you ever go to like TwitchCons and stuff, like give them.
I mean, it'd be pretty cute.
It'll be the same thing. Like, I'll be doing a whole series of NutCon stickers, just NutCon. That is the other thing I need to talk to you about. That reminds me.
Yeah.
We're making changes to NutCon.
Yeah, I figured.
Because I was talking to George.
Yeah.
And George said that the weekend in the city for all of us was going to cost about $5,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Put everyone up in hotel rooms for the weekend because rooms are expensive.
I mean, yeah.
So, and then I realized our guest list is being cut in half.
Yeah.
Because so many people have just either not responded
Or not been able to.
or just dipped.
Fair.
So we're only playing with like 6 international guests.
Yeah.
So what we're planning on potentially doing now, which I know may put a bit of a stick into your guys' plans, like you and Jin George, we're having it up here.
Okay.
We're going to be driving the 6 international people we have from the airport up to our city,
Yeah.
and we're renting them an Airbnb for the weekend. Because that's $1,000.
Yeah.
That's not 5.
Yeah.
And it gives them a kitchen, so we're not reliant on airport strip food. So we can actually, like, cook.
No, that's fair.
So, that being said, it does mean that if you were to come, you'd have to stay, Felicia would probably crash with family or crash with us.
Yeah. When's it supposed to happen again?
April 29th is the Friday.
Gotcha.
So it would be the long week, like it'd be a long weekend, like the Friday to the Sunday.
Alright.
So we just figured we'd try to save everybody some money, because here's the thing. For, like, you weren't going to stay, but if George and Jid were going to stay for the weekend and pay for a hotel room, they're going to have to pay $700 to stay for the entire weekend, just to have a couple of drinks.
Which is pretty nuts.
Yeah, or they'd have to cab back to their place, which is going to be like $100 in a cab fare anyway. Or Uber or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's still expensive. This way, there's everyone who has family up here has a guaranteed spot to stay.
Mm-hmm. That isn't costing them an arm and a leg.
Yep. And I mean, potentially there's opportunities to crash, like, at our place, or potentially at Tibbs' place, if Amy and Tibbs are cool with that, like...
Yeah. It just opens up the options.
It does, and it makes it cheaper for the international people, too, who are already paying a ton of money for flights here.
Yeah.
Like, for Stein and Marilyn, they're here afterwards. Like, I don't want to add them on, like, an extra, like, $1,000. And it just made more sense now that it's smaller.
Yeah, no, that's very fair.
So, and I know it's a pain in the ass for you guys, but...
It's one of those, it's worth it in the long run, though.
It is. Because it also means that, like, everyone who's coming is going to actually have more time just to downtime with people, as opposed to us feeling like we constantly need to do things because we're stuck in a hotel.
Yeah.
Whereas if we're in a house, we can literally just put on a movie and chill and eat snacks without any pressure. Because there'd be nowhere to do that unless we all piled up in someone's guest room as opposed to, like, a house.
Yeah.
So... And obviously Drew and I would host everyone here if we could, but you've seen our apartment.
Yeah, no, it's impossible.
Yep. So... So I gotta talk to Jin and George about that because like obviously if that's not something that they're going to be able to do,
Yeah.
it sucks and I'm sorry, but I'm thinking more of the international people who are
Spending already a fortune
are
just
the
to come,
yeah,
which is very fair.
because I hate to say it, we can also see you guys anytime.
No, but it's true.
We have them for a weekend.
Yeah. No, I get it.
But I mean, the other thing is too is that Stein and Merlin are here for the week afterwards, and so is Raven. It's just Jenny, Josh, and AP8 who would be heading home.
Yeah.
And Jenny and Josh for sure because they'd have to go back to work. But no one else has responded to me whether or not they're actually coming. So I've just kind of decided, like, no talkie, no kami. Because I don't want people who said yes months ago and then just dipped out of the server.
Yeah. To then have to pay for them.
Yeah. Well, and I don't want to preemptively cover them if they're not making any effort to tell me if they're interested in coming still.
No, that's fair.
Because like, I don't mind putting $1,000 down in a house for the weekend, because I know who's coming is going to actually pay me and gives a shit.
Yeah. And then you're not out $1,000 because man, that's a lot.
Exactly. Well, yeah, and then when George told me it was going to be $5,000, and like, here's the thing: he wanted to rent a party room, which would have been able to house all of the Ontario friends.
Yeah.
But even that was $900 for the weekend alone.
Yeah.
I was like, I can rent a house for cheaper than that in this city.
Yeah. Sometimes you
And
just
then-
gotta, go with what's cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I think it's almost better too, because it's just we're not all crammed into a hotel room where we're not feeling that we're like disrupting other people.
Yeah.
Because that was my other concern though too. Because what happens with like the dozen of us that are together? Where are we gonna actually just hang out and not have to pay for it or not disturb other people, especially airport people?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, that's fair. You gotta find what's best.
Yeah,
And it makes
I've already,
sense.
like, yeah, and I talked to the international people first, going like, "Hey, these are the changes I want to make. Are you guys cool with this?" Before I go ahead and tell all the locals. Because
mean,
like,
fair.
if you guys aren't cool with this,
Then I mean, we're not
That's-
gonna do
yeah.
it.
but when I said it saved them money, they were all like, "Yeah, okay."
I'll take less debt.
Yeah. Yep, I'll take less debt for coming to Canada. Yeah, absolutely. No brainer. So,
No, that makes a lot of sense, honestly.
well, then the next question is, what is there to do in our city? And I'm like, not a lot.
No.
But why do you want to do a lot of things? Like, isn't the point of like coming together to hang out just to like actually like hang out? Like, yeah, we can go out at some of our local restaurants for dinner, and we can go grab a couple of drinks at one of the bars in town.
Yeah.
And then
It's not like there's
check out the
absolutely
waterfront.
nothing. There's not a lot, but
there's not absolutely nothing. It's not like we're in the middle of nowhere. And we're close enough to things that we could do a day trip if there's enough vehicles.
yeah.
And I figured you wouldn't be opposed to that either, because like it means you're up here visiting your family for the weekend anyway. And I'm sure they wouldn't be mad at you coming up.
No, they're never mad.
So, and that way, also, if Felicia wants to come without feeling overwhelmed, she can at least come and say hi
And dip.
and dip.
No, that's fair. She could even go see her family.
Yeah.
Options.
Options. Yeah, well, then she can also meet some of the people who have been around, like your and Drew's streams. Like names that she may recognize. But
Well, I mean, I wouldn't give her that much credit.
But there's also real life people coming too. Like Amy and Tibbs are for sure coming now, and
Yeah. And that's nice.
Tibbs is almost better than staying at home anyway, because he probably would have wanted to drive back to his apartment.
Which, I mean, I would not blame him. Like, even I wasn't gonna...
Probably stay.
Well, I definitely wasn't gonna stay over the night. I was just gonna get a
Come
thingy.
home. A Newburn come home. Yeah.
Or just be like, hey, Felicia, come pick me up.
Yeah, the only little bit of the pain in the ass. So it's like Nova and Drew offered to drive to pick people up from the airport.
Hmm.
The only sucky thing is that Marilyn's flight got delayed a day,
Oh, that does suck.
so he's not coming till Saturday
Yeah.
unless Air Canada screws his flight around some more. So someone's got to be able to pick him up on the Saturday.
Yeah.
So it means if you don't want to come on Friday night, I can pay you gas money to go get Marilyn.
I mean, fair. It also wouldn't be much at all, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, it's pretty cheap.
Well, yeah, because I was gonna probably ask you or Tibbs to grab him and then come up on the Saturday.
Well, we can always figure that out. I'm not
Yeah.
picky. My main thing
I
is it'll depend
appreciate
on my
that.
work schedule.
Well, exactly, and I mean that's the other thing is though too is that like it is a weekend and for you there's potential of working.
Trying to get all these leather straps.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much detail was actually on this mini of hers.
That's okay. She's coming along, though. And then the question is, this belt I was thinking of doing in leather as well, and then giving
Okay.
it like maybe like a gold or a silver buckle,
Okay, probably silver. Just
because
to
I think it fits
keep on
better.
brand. Yeah.
But honestly, she's almost done.
Well, that's exciting. You still have time to stream other stuff.
Gonna paint all the minis.
Paint all of them.
Man, mini painting is just so nice and relaxing.
See, I don't think I'd like it too much because it's too small for me. If that makes sense.
No, that's fair. You gotta be too precise and
Which I am not. I am clumsy and I would get frustrated.
be like, oh, I gotta paint this for the 4th time.
Yeah, I gotta go over this again, and black's hard to go over.
That's why we use layer paints, because they be thick boys.
Yes.
Alright, let's get this stone going.
Do you have a stone paint, or is this just like a gray?
It's just a gray. But it works quite well if you thin it out. Like, let me... It's, not in the light at all, but... you can, like, make out the cracks and everything, and...
Yeah, it looks dark on your webcam, that's for sure.
Yeah, my webcam, darkens things. It doesn't help that my light is also coming from the opposite direction.
Well, it also doesn't help that you guys don't have much natural light in your apartment.
No, so, like, I have a ring light that I use, but it's set up to the right of me, whereas the camera is set up to the left of me. Just because I was like, I don't want to move it today. It'll work. And then we glue it onto the base and add some accents from there.
Perfect.
I still have to do the silver buckle, but just because I did the belt just now, I need to let it dry.
I don't blame you for that.
Otherwise, it will not turn out well.
No.
Got our glue. My super mini glue. And then that actually takes a little bit to dry. So while that's drying, we're gonna pull out something else.
Alrighty.
Because I want to make sure it's actually stuck in there before trying to move it around. You know?
Sounds good.
However, I can show you these are the Nemesis doors.
You're not allowed to have that car. I don't even know what brand that is. Sorry.
It's okay. Whose voice?
It's Amy.
Ah, gotcha. I was like, it sounds familiar, but didn't quite hear enough of it.
Amy just sent me a link to a car that is... I've never even heard of a Daihatsu charade. It's like... yeah, it's covered in something. It's also $7,500. Oh boy.
Look, sometimes, you just want a car.
Yeah, not for that much money for what that is. Are those some of the doors, though?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I looked away as you were pulling them out.
Wow, Katie. How could you?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, these are the doors.
They're really cool doors.
They will end up looking more like this.
Oh, that's cool. I like them a lot, actually.
But first, we gotta take a bit.
Layer everything.
Yeah. Get it all painted up and nice. But yeah, I don't really think there's much more to do with your girl.
Well, that's exciting. Thank you for painting her.
Hey, no problem.
I do have to finish your starting soon, ending soon. I do actually have giraffes, and Drew was going to help me do something kind of cool with it.
Oh yeah?
I gotta scroll down I leaned into the camera, like the camera call side of it, as opposed to the Zelda side of it.
That's fair.
So, you know how there's the old film countdowns?
Yep.
I have one of those set up for you.
Ooh. Is it for the starting soon?
Yeah. Yep. It was, and it's... Drew was going to help me compress some stuff, because I had a full video made for you with the film reel just turning, and then the countdown as soon as you're going to go live.
Yeah. That sounds like it would be quite fancy, and I like it.
It's quite fancy, and I just need Drew's help to finesse the video editing side of it, because I don't have a good video editing software.
Fair.
So he was gonna help me do that, and then the ending soon I was gonna do something kind of similar. I wanted to have it go reverse for the ending.
Okay.
But again, I need Drew's video editing skills to do that. So it is pretty well done, it's just I needed to do some finesse work on it.
No, that's fair.
Because it'll be really, really, really cool.
Hey, I am excited, and I thank you.
Of course. And we can trade skills like this. So.
Yeah, it's the beautiful part of it.
Yeah, the beautiful part of artistic friends.
I don't know when next I'm going to be over where you are. But I know at the end of February at the least, we have to go pick up our games from Felicia's parents, which is close.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We can, worst come to, we can meet you down in that city and have lunch together or something.
True, eh? Yeah, I don't fully know what the plan is yet, because we have Elden Ring and Horizon Zero Dawn coming out at the end of this month.
Yeah.
Well, it's not Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Forbidden West. Excuse me. And
Yeah, I mean, whenever you guys are up, just let us know. I'm sure Drew would not say no to seeing you guys.
Yeah.
So.
just some hangouts.
Yeah.
But I figure
Even
then
if
I
it
can
just
bring
means
them
we're
up.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. That'd be great. So.
Look,
Well,
I miss y'all,
you-
okay?
we miss you too. We miss you too.
It has been nice being able to like stream with Drew and like hang out that way.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, he reserves Thursday nights for you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I got booked 5 to 1 this Thursday, so we're doing a bit of an early.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Because
I
I was
mean,
like,
I
we
work
can do
early.
it, but
I forget what time are you guys starting then on Thursday?
I think like 10 or
Oh,
11.
you guys are doing a morning stream. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at work in the morning, so that works out fine. Yeah, I think he asked me.
Yeah.
I think he asked me if I can catch the bus home on Thursday just so he had more time with you, and I'm like,
Oh.
I don't care.
Yeah, because I have to pick Felicia up from work at like 9:30, I think.
Yeah, and then I work at 9, so he won't be home till like 9:30.
Yeah.
So.
Either way, though, I am excited. For obvious reasons.
Well, yeah, he's getting into the thick of it now,
Oh, yeah. We're actually getting pretty
Yeah.
close to the end.
which is good.
Did you play Majora's? Do you know?
I did actually play Majora's.
Okay.
It is one of the 2 Zelda games I've actually fully played.
I mean, fair.
So.
It's a pretty good one.
And I actually played the 3DS version of it too.
Yeah.
So
Some people
I
don't like it. I think it's better.
I own the original. Like, I think it's the golden version on N64.
Yep.
It's just as a kid I didn't understand it because like as like a 8-year-old kid, 6-year-old kid, you're like, I don't know how I don't understand the progression of this.
No, that's fair.
So
Yeah, it's not very intuitive that way.
no, it's not. And I mean, most Zelda games aren't, if that makes sense. Like as a kid, you're kind of like overwhelmed by the sheer amount of things there
Going
are.
on and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I got the game on 3DS, I was like, okay, yeah, you know what? Like I can actually understand this. It's been forever since I've played it.
Yeah.
But
It's actually really funny because I recently played through Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask when COVID started.
oh, nice.
Because I was out of work for a little few months, and so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna replay
Play
all
some
the games.
and I don't blame you for that. And you guys are doing, I guess, Minish Cap next, or?
It hasn't been like decided, but Minish Cap is one of my personal favorites, which is why I
See-
recommended that one.
See, I'd also love to see you guys do Wind Waker, but Wind Waker's my favorite, and I've never beaten it.
See, Wind Waker isn't one of my favorites. I understand why people love it, but it's not for me.
That's fair. The soundtrack for me is what drags me into it, though.
Yeah.
One of the better soundtracks, in my opinion, but it's also a newer-ish game.
Maybe I'll play Wind Waker on my own channel before we play with Drew.
That's fair. That's fair. And I mean, rumor has it is that we're getting a Nintendo Direct on the 16th,
Oh yeah?
and I think we're getting a new Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD for Switch.
How long ago was the old Wind Waker remake? Because I think it was just Wii U, right?
Yeah.
That's fair. I could see that then.
Yeah. So I think they're going to put it on the Switch.
No, that's fair. I can't wait to get our Switch.
I'm excited for you guys to get a Switch.
We weren't originally gonna get it anytime soon, but Felicia's parents, being the precious beans that they are, like, hey, we'll get it for you guys.
Oh, that's nice.
And I was like, well, I won't say no. Like, you don't have to do this by any stretch of the means, but like, if you want to, I'm not gonna stop
well, I mean, we'll absolutely let you guys borrow some games. Like,
you. Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff that Drew and I aren't playing, so
do a little swapsies.
Yeah, well, I mean, you let us use all your PlayStation games, so.
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna request Horizon Zero Dawn back in the short future. Probably
Oh,
next time I see
absolutely.
you.
I mean, Drew hasn't touched it, so by all
Yeah.
means.
I figured, and Felicia wants to play it, especially with the new one coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get that one back to you. I will make a note.
We meant to do it the last time we were up, but I totally forgot about it, and so did she.
That's okay. I will let Drew if you want it back. Excuse me. And then yeah, I'm trying to think of what we have for Switch games. Like, what are you guys gonna get for Switch then with games?
Well, I was gonna start
Probably
with my
Breath of the Wild.
Zeldas. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I probably wouldn't start with Breath of the Wild. I would want Link's Awakening, I think would be my top one.
Yeah, and I mean, I think those ones come either with like the Switch membership at the online, or you have access to them through that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, I mean, we would happily let you borrow our Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that would definitely be one where I'd want to get it on my own eventually.
Oh, absolutely. Just trying to think of other games that we have. We don't really have a lot of games for Switch, I'm realizing. Like,
I mean, fair.
a lot of the ones I also have are like digital download.
Yeah.
So it's hard to like share those.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
So, but there are a lot of games I can recommend. But now that I bought myself a PC in the last year, it's like everything for me is PC, 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 PC.
No, I get that. Me too.
So, well, yeah, you just also recently bought yourself a computer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we recently got a Lovecraftian game that I'm gonna play on stream.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know if you ever heard of the Sinking City.
I think I may have. I think it came up in my recommended on Steam.
Yeah, it came out in like 2019, I want to say, maybe 2018. But according to the internets, it's the second best Cthulhu video game. With the first one being like, I think it's the Call of Cthulhu.
Well, that'll be something for you to play on stream, hopefully.
Yeah.
Replace Tome.
Well, I was thinking of, I don't know if I want to start it yet because Elden Ring is coming out at the end of the month.
And maybe just take like February an easier stream schedule to get that game set up for you.
Yeah, because Elden Ring I definitely want to play as soon as I can on stream. Because, well, you know, one, it'll be a fresh new game, and two, I don't want to delay playing it because I really want to play it.
Yeah, because I mean, that's gonna, I mean, also from like a channel standpoint too, though, right? It's
Yeah.
gonna do really well for you.
Yeah. The numbers be good. Because it's a big game, let's be honest.
Yeah. Are you getting it on the PlayStation or?
Yeah, the PS5.
Okay. Yeah, you've streamed off of that before, so it's not that big of a deal
Yeah.
for you.
I would even probably see if I can hook up to my PC because I have the capture card now
Ooh, okay.
to make my streams a little bit better and not like the shitty PS5 quality.
Yep, I got you.
Because, you know, it works, but like if I don't have to do it like that, I'm going to do it the better way. You know?
Yeah, and I mean, if you need help with capture card setup, let Drew know. He does it for his Switch and the PlayStation already, so.
Well, I have it set up for BioShock already.
Okay, perfect. Okay. I haven't caught one of your BioShock streams. So
That's fair. There's only been one.
Yep.
The first one was a little rough because I hadn't finessed the capture, because it was my first one using the capture card, so I hadn't finessed the setup yet.
Gotcha.
But since then I have. I took my gaming layout and I basically had to flip everything to make it work better.
Nice.
And so that was lovely. Just because with the way like my camera was set up and everything, it looked really awkward if I didn't have my camera on the opposite side of the room. But then we had an issue of having to run the cable to my PC.
All the way across the room? Yep. Trust me, I know that pain. We have a 100-foot Ethernet cable running through our apartment.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, If I didn't want Drew constantly in my space, that was the cost.
No, that's fair.
So and I told him the one rule for that was that it had to go under bookshelves and off the main floor, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't trip on it.
Which is very valid.
I'm clumsy. I would. So.
Yeah, no, when we did the first Bioshock stream, we had to run it and tape part of it to the ceiling.
Oh, fun.
We just did like a very like rough shot. Let's just get through this one thing and then I'll switch things up. But yeah. It'll be nice to, now that I've finessed it.
To kind of like run a full better stream with it all you can.
Yeah. And honestly, like, I technically didn't have to do it, but it's because, like, I'm kind of picky. Like, I want to have, when I have face cam, I want to have myself, my talking space directed at the game. Because it feels awkward to me.
And that makes sense. And I mean, from a standpoint, too, that's why I put all of, like, your webcam stuff in that one side.
Yeah.
Because then you're... Only the thing is, too, is that, like, when you put it in, like, the top left, where, like, people read from left to right,
yeah,
the top left makes it a problem because it's covered up by the live icon when you're searching for people on Twitch. And for me, that's like a big deal because like, okay, like you can't see what type of like face cam they have. Like,
yeah.
And I know a lot of people judge streamers when they're going to click on them by like, do they have a webcam?
Yeah.
Can I see their reaction to the game? If it's covered up by that live icon, you're not going to see it.
Yeah. So for capture card streams, I will be in the top left because the other issue is if I flipped my webcam and had it where I wanted it to be, you would still see my Zelda poster. But I flipped it so all the text would be backwards and it would look so awkward.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
So I was like, all right, you know what? Let's put it in the top left and not mess with orientation of words.
Yeah, don't blame me. That's gonna throw people off.
Because I was like, that'll throw people off more than being like, all right.
Yep. So.
And then.
Alrighty, Can, do you need? Sorry to interrupt. Do you
No.
need anything else from me?
Honestly, probably not.
Okay. Just I'm looking at the clock and like I haven't actually gotten dressed yet or showered or done anything with.
So you got stuff you got to do?
Yeah, unfortunately.
No, that's fair. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for letting me crash your stream.
No problem.
I will still be lurking, obviously, but I figured I'd want to like
Get your shit in order.
Yeah.
No, it's fair.
Well, here's the thing: if I'm taking a day off to be sick from work, like the rule is I gotta do something at home. Like even if it's to put a little laundry in, shower, and like put dishes away, it's something.
Something. Then you don't feel like your day was wasted.
Wasted. Yep. Yep. Unless I'm like actually like curling up and dying
Yeah.
sick. Yeah. So. But
No,
I
that's
appreciate
very
you
fair.
letting me come on in.
Hey, no problem. Anytime.
So yeah, I'm gonna dip. I'm gonna end the call, but thank you for doing my mini.
Hey, no problem. Take care.
You too. Enjoy the rest of your stream.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Alright. Let's also disconnect from Discord. Alright, cool. I haven't. I know, like, not all of this is gonna be this kind of iron I'm painting it in, but a lot of it was gonna be because this is what I've been doing for like the structural support iron on these Nemesis minis, and then I have brass, and the brass has been used to be like the technology, so like moving bits. So anything that has like a mechanical or like shifty purpose, so like hinges or data pads, those are all kind of brassy. And I like the difference in feel, so you know when you're looking at it to be like, alright. Alright. Because then in here, these little recessed parts, I'm probably going to do like a silver. And then I'm going to have some a lot of brass on the escape pods here. That's what this is, by the way, is an escape pod. Which is why a lot of it is going to have the structural support, because, you know, escape pods need to be sturdy. The whole point of them is for you to escape danger. If it's not sturdy, well, your designer's fucked you over. Man, and I cannot wait. It's going to be at the end of the year, but I have a kickstarted game that I backed called Primal, and it's basically Monster Hunter, the board game. But I backed it on a high enough tier that I'm getting a shit ton of like actual monster minis, and I'm so excited for them to paint them up and make them all pretty. And when I say it's a lot, like it's a lot. It's a lot of minis. I think they have like 15 monsters. And they're all quite different. Like there's no two that alike. Like they're very much standalone. And so I am so excited to get those and paint the shit out of them. And then hopefully Tibbs and Amy can come over and play Monster Hunter the board game with me and Felicia. Because from what I know, they're not terribly far from us. Oh, gosh. Alright. Well, that's good enough for now for that. How you doing, girl? Looking good, looking good. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I just want to add like the extra texture and stuff. Get the base kind of painted. And then we need that to dry again, because then I can put like the rocks and shit on it. The debris. Alright, you should be dry enough. Looking decent. Should probably do another coat if I'm going to be honest. Ah. Dropping stuff. Thankfully I'm not spilling anything, but dropping stuff. Man, these paints don't want to go onto these. I wonder if Felicia had the same issues. She painted these last time. I grabbed too big of a brush. Well, too wide of a brush is the issue. Trying to get into the corners doesn't work. There we go. That's fitting better. Alright, cool. I'm definitely gonna have to coat this a couple times. It's not sticking very well. But it's coming along. And that's what matters. Like I said, it's just gonna need a couple coats. Which do be a little rude. Not going to lie. Alright, we coming. Oh, balls. Alright, let's get my granite. Not that one. Not that one. That one. Because that one looks like almost like rocky shores. And we'll use that to bridge the gap between the black base and the mini for Katie's one. Alright. Yeah, see how we're getting like that kind of like gravelly texture? I like these because you can really bridge the gap. Literally like fill in that like crack. Man, it feels weird that today is only Monday. Alright, cool. That's pretty much Katie's guy done. Or girl, my bad. Because now she's just chilling. Do. Alright, definitely not going to do all these. Alright, let's go. Let's go and get a thick boy. Ah! Caught it. Slid. But I caught it. Some more Iron Warriors. I don't know how much longer I'm going to go. I work in 2 hours. So might cut it a little short today. But you know what? That's okay. Because then I have some time to like chill before work and... I think Drew's finishing up soon. I think he said his stream was going to go until like 3 or 3:30. I figure I'll go until Katie's mini is, 100% good. Maybe finish off this door. Maybe not the escape pod. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. Alright, just trying to get like all this into like the nooks and crannies. It doesn't need to be like perfect, but you know. We getting there though. Because after this, I pretty much just need to see if I need to do another coat on the silver, and if I don't, then it's just the brass and the doors are done. Well, this door is done. They're quite simple after all. I mean, they're doors. They're not supposed to be complicated. Alright, cool. Now my big thing with the escape pods here is like I'm not 100% certain on what I actually want to do with them. Like what I want to color what. Gotta get that paint on everything. Hey, Stein! Yeah, sorry, my hand's kind of in the way. It's the issue of having big hands. I wish I could show you better, but also I wanna paint it up better. So right now I'm doing an escape pod for a video game, not a video game, for a board game. Yeah. So this is like its locked state, and then the flip side is when it unlocks. But we also have these doors that we're also working on. Actually, you know what? Let's show you the finished one so you can get a better idea of what's gonna... So these are the doors we're working on. I quite like them. We have the escape pod that is currently just drying a little bit of coat. And then we have Katie's D&D character, who just needs some last little bit touch-ups. Well, it's one of those things where I wish I had like a camera mount so I could go like top down, but I don't, so I have to go from an angle. Realistically, I could probably raise the camera up and tilt it down more, but I didn't, so we don't have that. But yeah, right now this is it almost done. I just really have to do the brass. But we be coming. That's not the brass. There's my brass. No, honestly, it's fair. I have a lot of uses for in-person minis. Oh, and then something that was pretty cool that I was doing the other day. Not on stream. But I did shadow creatures. And so they came in like translucent. So I used a very like watered down paint to just give it that like living shadow-esque vibe so you can kind of see through it, but it's got like that black to it. And I'm quite happy with how they turned out. So there be two of them. Two living shadows. Oh yeah? What is your funny character? If you don't mind me asking, you know. I'm curious. No, honestly, that sounds like it'd be fun though. And just because you aren't the first person to think of something doesn't mean you can't do it. You know? Ooh. But see, Stein, I like the painting streams because they're nice and relaxing. um. Hmm. Well, you got some choices then. Because if you go for a ragey barbarian, it doesn't necessarily have to be biting off part of his weapon. You know, eating some raw sush. Oh, fuck. Oh, Stein, I couldn't paint inside the lines. um... You could also have it something where it's like they have been fishing for so long they've become like the fish. And so, like a shark, when they smell blood, they go into their rage. You just want a crazy old dude? I mean, that is fair. Sometimes playing a crazy old person is the best. For a one-shot, I played a character who was just a super old librarian. And so he didn't actually have any, like, skills of his own. But he was able to, he had, like, a bag of holding, basically, with any books. As many books as I wanted. And so he, was very much a joke character, but he would pull out books to suit the situation. So, like, one time we were discussing, like, demons or something, and, like, I was like, oh, I got a book on demons. Pulls a book of demons out of the bag. You know, that kind of thing. I remember, yeah. I remember one time we were trying to hide with that character, and I was like, alright, I want to pull out a life-size pop-out book of bushes and basically pop it open and hide behind it. Because we were hiding in a forest. So, like, very much not a serious character, but he was so much fun. Yeah, I think those kind of characters are a blast, especially if you go into it knowing it's going to be a bit more of a jokey character. There was no author because I rolled a 1, and so he ended up grabbing a book of presidents and popped out George W. Bush, a standout instead of a tree bush. So, you know, ones be damned. He didn't have a class. His class was villager. It was completely homebrew, and he was just a normal human, and he had 4 hit points because he was just a normal old man's. So it's literally just like super homebrew. You just be like, alright, this is what I want to do. It's stupid, but I want to do it. Yeah, no, I love doing homebrew stuff. Just because I find you have a lot more freedom with it, because, you know, you can decide what to do with it. Tis the nature of homebrew. But you really have to have a good, like, crew. And that's the thing about D&D, you know? Rule of cool always wins. It's rule number 1. Your players want to do something that's not in the rules? Well, would it be cool? Fuck the rules. They're more like a guideline anyway. Alright, almost got a door done. No, honestly, and that's very fair. The thing about, like, homebrew is, worst comes to worst, just roll a d20 and go, alright, is it something they should be able to do? Don't make it a high DC. If it's something that they shouldn't be able to do, make it a high DC. But yeah, no, actually coming up with, like, mechanics and stuff is a lot of work. So I totally understand wanting to, like, get a bit more experience and practice first. Because I have a lot of D&D experience, so... Alright, our door be coming. But no, flavor, I think flavor is the first step into learning how to homebrew. Because you take your normal D&D constraints and you make it your own. And that's all homebrew really is. Taking something D&D and going, you know what, I like it more like this. They are a pain. They're also, come late level, one of the hardest classes to kill. By that I mean they're one of the strongest. God, I hate how little this sticks. Are you playing a druid? Is that the thing? Because druids are cool, but like then you factor in wild shape and like, oh god. Yeah, I wish you luck when it comes to druids. I don't think I've ever actually played a druid. Now that I think about it. I mean, fair. Is that for George's level 21 shot that he was talking about? Yo, fisherman. I mean, fair. I think the big thing that is just comes down to scheduling. Like, I think it would be fun, but I also don't think I would be able to schedule it in. I think it would be too difficult. My schedule is so busy. Yeah, yeah. Time zones is the big thing. Because, like, as much as you want to play, playing from, what, like, 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. doesn't sound pleasant. Okay. Ooh, a stretch. We chilling for a bit, letting shit dry. Clean off some of my brushes. Alright, alright. Door needs to just dry a bunch. It's really just this left. um, like you want your person to be an eel? Is that what you're referring to? Gotcha. Um, well, you could flavor it like you wrestled like large eels or something like that. You're a wrestler. Eel wrestler. It really depends on what you want to go for, to be honest. Or maybe you decide to be a simic hybrid and straight up be part eel. You know, the options are endless. No, that's fair. You want the simple beat it with dead fish? A mighty tuna. I mean, tunas can be pretty big, right? I'm not big into the fishing world, to be honest with you. But I feel like tunas can be pretty big. Can be a pretty big fish. Oh, there you go. And then you just gotta find a equivalent weapon. So probably like a great club or something? I don't know. And then just base its stats off something like that. No problem. It actually never even came to mind. Man, I'm losing my touch, Stein. It should have come to mind. Should have been the first thing I said. Alright, that looks pretty good. Pretty good coverage. Eeh. Oh, man. Well, Stein, how are you today? Are you doing good? Ooh. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope things are getting better, though. And that nearly makes it sound like you weren't, actually. Oh, shit. I mean, it would be. I don't have a tuna, so it's bigger. It's harder by default. I mean, it is very fitting, and I just realized that. But also, banned. Anyone wants to come in here with sketchy links telling me to buy followers? I don't want to buy followers. Get your bot shit out of here. I want to get followers the good old-fashioned way. Through diligence and hard work. Exactly. Nobody can purport to have a stronger tuna than you. That right there is a bannable offense. Don't worry, Stein, I got your back. I won't let anybody purport to have a stronger tuna. What if? I mean, I think it's great. Alright. We brassing up. I just realized I was completely holding it out of frame. Focus. We almost done. And by the time this one's done, Katie's should be done. Should be done drying, so I can put some, just a wee little bit. Piercing mistake? Are we still talking about D&D, or like did you get a piercing and you're regretting it? Because I'm going to say no, you haven't told me about it. Alright, good to know. Alright. This baby be looking good. You got 3 spontaneous piercings in your ear? Did you go for like one of the higher up ones? That is pretty rough. I'm sorry, Stein. That's why you gotta carefully consider all of your spontaneous decisions. Oh yeah? You just needed groceries and you wound up with a piercing? Man, Stein, you gotta be careful of impulsive decisions like that. That's fair. There are a couple tattoos I actually want, but I gotta wait. Do it. I don't know if ours are better than yours. Yeah, okay. Oh, I mean, fair. Well, if it helps, I've never been tattooed anywhere. So, you know. I have no tattoo experience. Alright. Time to clean up some of this mess. This big old mess I've made. Whoa. Stein, I'm a mess. I'm dropping stuff. My keyboard is pure white at the moment. But it's got like RGB lights in it. Felicia and I were thinking of getting some keycaps to make our keyboard purple and orange. Because those are our favorite colors. Mine's purple, hers is orange. Alright. Well, with that, Stein, I think we are done. I think we're done for streaming for today. Alright, so let's find a friend to throw some of these lurkies at. You know what? Let's go say hi to Druid Doo. He's still streaming. We'll send all of the lurkies to Druid Doo. Even most of them are probably lurking him as well or watching him. All right, we made some good progress. We got two Nemesis things done. We got Katie's things done. You know, and this way I can have some time to chill out before I go to work in like an hour. All right, Stein. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I will see all y'all next time. I think my next stream I said is Friday, doing BioShock. Hopefully, we should be good to actually do it because I have the day off, so I won't be as exhausted. Won't be coming fresh off of work and tired. So take care and stay happy and healthy. And bye bye. Yeah. We raid in a Drooby Dooby Doo. Tiny raid. Look, there's like 5 of us, so it's worth it. You know. All right. Bye.